Cause you need just one. I see you looking, but you hard to impress, huh? If you found a Drops Radio, now you're 3 or 5 drive behind the best, it's the Beyond Royal Show. You won't listen for what you've been missing, man. GI, who you got for your radio? Got the new entrepreneur, make a radio rock. From Atlanta to the Cayman, internet king, and now the East and the West, both love what you're saying. And if you got different days, it feels like I'm a friend who's saying that love what you're playing. The old one and the new one. The Beat Drops Radio, the Beat Drops Radio. The Uncle Show, yeah, the Uncle Show, yeah. Drops Radio, Drops Radio, Beat Drops Radio, Drops Radio, Drops Radio, Beat Drops Radio,
You are tuned into the Bianca Burwell Show on the Beat Drops Radio, your top 40 pop and R&B station, the new beat of Atlanta. What's going on, Dougie Fresh?
Hey, it's a free-for-all Friday, free agency in the NBA. We got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do. Breaking news, man. So we're going to talk about that and other things. We have Hair Test by Imani B, as usual, every free-for-all Friday. And I've been looking at this immigration thing, so I decided, well, it's a hot topic, so we'll discuss it.
There you have it.
Yep. And then we got 5 strategies to become a top sales performer in layman's terms later on in the broadcast. I'm looking forward to that.
Looking forward to doing that and put out a video series about that as well.
So look at Dougie Fresh.
You don't hear it in audio, you can see it in video.
I'm looking forward to that, Doug. All right, well, cool beans. Free Fall Friday, so y'all know how it rolls. The calling number is 404-826-9223. Again, 404-826-9223 is the calling number. The listen line, in case you know those that don't have internet access, all they have to do is dial 401-347-0418. Again, 401-347-0418. We're also on the TuneIn app, Streamer, Radio Tuna, and all kinds of other platforms. So make sure you listen in, log in, download, all that stuff. So we're going to have fun today on the Bianca Burwell Show. I'm looking forward, man. If you want to see everything that's happening as it happens, just go to TheBeatDropsRadio.com, click on Watch Live, and you'll be able to see everything that's happening in the station. The Q&A box is open. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, all of that, give us about 20 seconds. We'll be able to see it, and we'll be able to answer it. So there we go. All right, we're going to kick it off with some Paramore. Ain't it fun? Keep it like right here on the Bianca Burwell Show. Heritage by Imani B coming up shortly. And as usual, every Friday, every Free Fall Friday, we have Hair Tips by Imani V. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted about what's going on the screen. But, Doug, I don't know what we have in store today, so I'm looking forward to hearing. Imani V, what you got going on, baby?
Hi, how are you?
We're pretty good. We're pretty good. What you got for us today?
Well, today I want to talk to you about, well, basically home remedies versus regular hair care products. Why sometimes home remedies are the better route to go. Well, for obvious reasons, hair remedies, no, rather, the home remedies are better. One, because they're cheaper, of course, because it's in your home. Two, it's natural. Some of the stuff in your hair products is not natural, and it is mixed with all different kinds of stuff that your hair doesn't need. Remember a couple of weeks ago when I was talking to you all about purchasing sulfate-free shampoo?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Sulfate-free shampoo is another reason why you should not use some hair care products. As I said before, sulfate is a cleaning product. Whenever you use shampoo or conditioner or any hair care product that you wash your hair with that contains sulfate in it, you are automatically stripping your hair of all of its essentially stripping the oil out. You're damaging your hair more, a little more, slowly but surely. And it is not good to use a cleaning agent on real pads to clean really tough stuff. And that is the last thing you expect to see in your hair.
Right, right.
Now, hair, home remedies. Home remedies, there are many home remedies for different kinds of stuff. You can easily look them up online. But the thing with home remedies is you can just take a quick trip to your kitchen, or you can easily go to the farmer's market and get simple stuff like avocado, eggs, oil, your favorite oil, even vegetable oil is used in a home remedy.
Really?
I know
Vegetable oil?
some home remedies, yes. Like there's one home remedy that I just came upon a couple days ago. And with this home remedy, it's a leave-in conditioner. Well, no, not really. Well, you can leave it in if you want, but it's not really. Yeah. But this conditioner consists of one egg yolk. You need to separate it, keep the egg yolk. Dump it in a container, a small container. You don't need a big one. Get an 8-ounce cup and fill it with your favorite oil, vegetable oil, olive oil, which is 8 ounces. All right? And then squeeze a little bit of fresh lemon. What does this do?
Yeah.
There are such things as natural relaxers. You don't really need a relaxer to straighten your hair. It goes about how you do it to straighten your hair. Natural relaxers are starting to be a little popular. Now, with this home remedy that I just described to you, it is what you would say a natural relaxer. All you need is those 3 ingredients, and then you need a blow dryer. That's all you need. This home remedy shines your hair, strengthens your hair, and straightens your hair easier. It makes it more manageable, detangles it, so to speak. Why 8 ounces of vegetable oil? Well, because the egg yolk can only contain up to 8 ounces. When you go over 8 ounces, that's when you bust the egg yolk.
Interesting. Okay, cool beans.
Another one I want to tell you guys about. There is this one home remedy that I really, really like. And it is I learned it from a female that is Egyptian. And what she uses, because it's a home remedy that was passed down from generations. And she just got it. All right? So all you need is a bowl, a small cup of olive oil. You don't need to overdo it with the olive oil. And a small cup of liquid bone marrow. Bone marrow. But bone marrow is really helpful. The whole trick with home remedies is that it's natural. It has to be natural. Home remedies are the one thing that you know for sure that what you're putting in there is authentic and it's natural. You don't have to worry about all other ingredients or other things that these shampoos, conditioners, or oils, pre-made oils tell you about that's on there and claim that they're natural. That's the one good thing about home remedies. You can make it, it's easy, it's inexpensive, and you know bone marrow extract oil, but no, actually, like legitimately actual bone marrow.
That just sounds a little crazy, the bone marrow stuff thing. But I'm working with you.
Bone marrow, it may sound gross, but it actually helps you. It does. You can buy bone marrow from a butcher. Go to the butcher shop and say, hey, can I have some bone marrow? They give you some bone marrow.
Get a side of beef and some bone marrow then, right? In that order.
Yes, dude, you get some bone marrow. That's all you need. And what you do, you apply this to your hair. Mix it together and apply it to your hair. And don't forget to apply it to your roots. Because this home remedy, it helps with your hair. It helps according to hair length. Like, when I say helps according to hair length, that means apply according to hair length. If you have short hair, don't need as much. If you got long hair, you need a lot. You got a lot to cover. Kind of get it?
I guess so. All right.
Now you leave this on 3-4 hours, okay? Got to. And put a plastic cap over your head. And sit for 3 to 4 hours. And what it does is it softens your hair. It softens it, it shines it, and it adds body.
Well, all right. Softens and shines and adds body. Bone marrow, I don't know, man. It's going to take me a minute to kind of absorb that.
Well, yeah. And then if you want to throw yourself to another twist, softened milk is actually a home remedy. And the home remedies are used with softened milk sometimes. Some people like softened milk. Why softened milk? Because softened milk is the richest milk from a mammal out there. Softened milk.
Now that's interesting. Who in the heck was testing milk from every mammal to find that out? You know what I'm saying, Doug? Who in the heck was doing that? This is it. This is the richest.
I don't know, but it proves it. But at the same time, you do need to know that when it all comes down to it, everything is natural. Everything should be natural about your hair, no matter the circumstance. Don't put extra stuff in your hair that doesn't need to be put in your hair. Because at the end of the day, we are females or males that some of us do not want to walk around looking bald. Some of us want a little something to work with,
I would say so, yes. I don't want to be bald. I'm good. Even though
therefore, you do what you got to do.
No disrespect to the ladies that do want to cut their hair short. There's nothing wrong. That's not for me. My head is not shaped right.
But as I said before, all healthy hair is based off of a healthy diet as well. So you can try these home remedies, and that's fine. But also, please, please, please follow it by a healthy diet, please. And that concludes Hair Tips by Imani.
We appreciate you, young lady. Doug, you have any questions for
No, I think she got it this time. All my answers.
Cool.
Home remedies. I've seen them.
Cool beans. How can people connect with you, Miss Imani B?
You can always contact me through TheBeatDropsRadio. You can also follow me on IG, Imani_Tyree. You can also email me, ImaniBarwell@gmail.com. I am ANI-URSELL@gmail.com.
Well, cool beans. We'll see you next Free for All Friday.
See you next time.
Have a good one now. All right. That's the Hair Tips by Imani B. Dougie first.
There you have it.
Yeah, home remedies, bone marrow, and stuff like that. I don't know if I could do the bone marrow thing, but more power to those that actually can. I don't know. I can't see myself doing it. But all right, well, we got some interesting news coming up, breaking news, all of that. Keep it locked right here on the Bianca Burwell Show. Swedish House Mafia. Don't you worry, child. And I'll try not to worry about that bone now. Have a great personality, connect well with people, and an idea that you know would make a great show? Then contact the Beat Drops Radio and email your YouTube links, website, and contact information to TheBeatDropsRadio@gmail.com to set up an appointment today. Act quickly as we are gearing up for the new year and expanding our network to include interesting, creative, fun, original, and captivating shows. And this just might be you. We are family-friendly, top 40 pop and R&B station located in the Atlanta metro area. Now, if you don't live in the Atlanta area and have pre-recorded shows, we have time slots available for you too. Don't delay. You are tuned into the Bianca Burwell Show on the Beat Drops Radio, your top 40 pop and R&B station. The call number is 404-826-9223. I have a Facebook question out there, then. And it's dealing with the immigration and the border and that whole fiasco that's been going on for quite some time. This is not a new topic by any means. This is something that we've been seeing in the news for quite some time. In fact, some of my references go back to 2009 that I'll be quoting today. But before I get into that, I wanted to mention yesterday, Doug, we're now at the time of touring college campuses for my daughter. And I did not think it was going to take that much out of me, but it was like really, really hot yesterday. Like ridiculously hot. Like sweat was coming from everywhere. Hot. And we're walking.
You're hot. You're in Deep South.
Walking the campus and looking around. So we went to Tuskegee University. This is our first of many campuses that we will be visiting. She's already seen Georgia Tech. She's already seen Georgia State. Now Tuskegee. And we're going to try and get all these in before school starts, you know? But man, it's tiresome. I mean, we were like wiped out.
Hopefully, that doesn't influence all the judgment at the school.
No.
It's summertime. You realize that it should be
good Lord.
Probably there in the fall and winter.
Yeah.
But there's summer school.
Yeah, there's summer school going on there right now, and we try to stay in as much. And shouts out to our tour guide. I think it's Ramel. He helped us significantly. He toured us around the campus, and it was pretty cool. And he tuned into the station on yesterday.
Okay.
However, we were not here because we were all asleep, trying to recover. You figure, it takes a couple hours from Atlanta to get to Tuskegee. I was like, okay, we'll go down, we'll do the tour, we'll come right back. She had plenty of time, we'll do the show. Yeah. 1 o'clock hit, and it was like, who's doing the show? Not me.
Autopilot. Sometimes it's tape delay. Or delay.
Definitely. So that was but it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I had been on Tuskegee University's campus before. So I was glad to see the upgrades. Especially the cafeteria, good Lord, the way that it used to look. I was like, y'all eating here? No. I wouldn't be eating nothing. But now it's like state of the art. They got hibachi and all kinds of like healthy stations and like really cool. Flat screens and everything. I said, well, that's a pleasant surprise.
Those are times that be changing.
So yeah, that was really cool, and we learned some, of course, historical facts there. Of course, Booker T. Washington started the school there at Tuskegee University. He was like 25 years old, so that was good. So I'm looking forward to the next college stops, and hopefully we'll
University of Hawaii in the mix?
No, not at all.
San Diego State?
I'm good. I'm so good with that. I was like, look, I don't mind her going out of state. I don't. But her dad is like, he wants her like stay in state. She's like, but I told her, we'll just tour the campuses and we'll see. I don't want him to influence her. I mean, I didn't go to school in state. I was at Kentucky State University. That's where I went. And my mom wanted me to stay there in Toledo, Ohio. I was like, no freaking way. I love you, Mama, but I ain't ready to go. As soon as I got to high school, I was
Toledo or Bowling Green or any of those.
Nope. I was like, I'm leaving. I did not want to stay there. If I could.
So many of those colleges in Ohio.
Yeah, it's a
It's
lot.
like a lot of college.
Well, I did want to go to Ohio State University at first, and but
that small school in Columbus.
Yeah, whatever. I did want to go. It was like Big Ten, and I was going there for competitions for a track every year. I only missed out on the state my freshman year, but sophomore, junior, senior, I was there every year. I was walking around the campus like, oh, I'm feeling this campus. I can do this, and with the expense of Ohio State University, I was like, man, they offered me to walk on, and depending upon how I did the first year competition, whether I would get a scholarship or not. I said, I can't take that gamble because this school is like really expensive. So I ended up getting a scholarship to Kentucky State University, which is great, and other stuff. So I was like, I just couldn't take that chance. I was like, y'all see what I'm doing? I'm here. I'm freaking here. Are you kidding me? I'm ranked number 6 in the state of Ohio. I can't. You're gonna tell me I can walk them?
Competition, yeah.
I was like, no, I can't see that. So I encourage her and other students, just because I don't want her to feel like she made a decision based upon what we told her that we wanted her to do. And then if it ends up, where she's like, oh, this sucks, then she'll be mad at us. You know what I mean? So I didn't want that situation to take place. So I encourage her, to look around and see what universities are out there and colleges. And definitely I urge those students, those that are looking, and even the parents, you guys think about this. You want to make sure that your child is going to get what they need, not just stack up a whole bunch of student loan debt like a lot of us in our 40s and 50s right now, still dealing with student loans and things of that nature, because we didn't have like a actual guidance. Yes, we got guidance on different things that we needed to do, but just looking at the what you will actually use, and when you get out of school and going and getting exactly what you need, nobody was really stressing that. They were just stressing the whole college experience, and they didn't tell you that experience was going to last you for like the next 25, 30 years out of your pocket. Just saying. Just think about it. You might want to let them know they have to have a plan when they go. So she has a plan. So she'll have her license. She will have completed everything as far as her cosmetology license by the time she gets to her freshman year, and then pick up the courses for marketing and management while she's there, and she's done. She can open up her salon and whatever else she wants to do. Just having a plan is like really key. You know what I'm saying, Doug?
Oh yeah.
When you don't have a plan, then you're jacked up. Walking around like, I owe $60,000 and I don't have a job. Can I get some of that forgiveness money? That forgiveness, can you forgive my loan, please? Or I'm gonna be asking for deferences and
taking money out places.
crazy. Now you've seen all of this stuff that's been going on with the border and immigration and all that, and this definitely is something that has struck a chord, right?
Right. If you asking me if I've seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to.
You
I mean, yeah, it's an ongoing issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like healthcare.
Yeah. People have their thoughts all over. People have been affected, some not affected, like, what are you talking about? Or just let them all over, or put them on a bus and send them back. We've got all kinds of opinions, and we're going to explore that today. Some of the guys have been weighing in. Like I said, on Facebook, I put a link up of this young lady that was just voicing her opinion. She's there in, I believe, Houston, Texas. And I have got to play this. Doug, if you don't mind, I'm going to play this clip. And I thought it was interesting because I was eating dinner last night when I looked up, and I know it was hot as hell there. It had to be. But you guys, I want you guys to listen to this. Listen to what she has to say, and tell me if you agree with her or not.
Have had nothing for years. She says she is furious. Not right. Now billions of dollars want to be borrowed from the White House to help feed and house them. Where the get there? In our country. Not just in this state, but in our country. All these kids, really? Why can't they go back? I'm sorry that the parents are in poor living conditions, or communities or whatever's going on out there. I don't care. I care about what's going on right here in my own backyard, my neighborhood. Am I the only one in this community that's out here that watches the news this morning? Oh my God. I feel alone right now in this. And I'm very sad.
There you go.
She was a little bit upset. But I wonder what she was going to say. I'm very sad.
She sounded very saddened by it. And
Okay.
then they cut either they cut her or she probably went on to some other explicatives.
So I don't see her being the part of the welcoming committee.
Not at all.
Or an orientation.
No, I posted that video on my Facebook page and also on the Facebook page for the station just to kind of get some feedback. And so far, some people have said that they agree with her. And wow. Okay, so and others have
Flat out disagree.
well, yeah, we got some okay.
It's a polarizing topic.
Yeah, it is. I mean, people are feeling all kinds of ways. So let me see here. Dee Hill, she's another personality here in Atlanta on Love 860. She shouted out to me that we should not have one hungry or homeless child over here in this country. Then let's think about helping everyone else. $3 billion could do so much for the kids over here. Then I think about they told us to go back to Africa, LOL. Yeah, they're asking for $3 billion. $3 billion to help the influx of illegal immigrants that are coming across the border. $3 billion. I know a whole bunch of people here that if y'all go just hand out money like that,
You could hand it out here.
I'll be the first one in line. Grants. That's got to be a grant. Are we paying for that?
Somebody's paying for it.
$3 billion. Who earmarked $3 billion? I just thought about that. Like, who's paying that? Is it us? What the? They should put that on the ballot.
You should be you should be talking to the lady that just did the sound.
You know what'd be cool if I could get her. If I could get her on here, oh my God, that would be actually wonderful. Okay, we have Miss Carmen, and she had Carmen Dokes out of Atlanta, and what she says is, I haven't heard the story about the kids, so I don't know all the facts, but we do have millions of children in the United States that need help, so why can't they go back home? What means do they have in place to help their communities in need? I agree that the U.S. steps in for everyone while we don't have our own affairs in order. All right, Ms. Carmen, appreciate that. Michael Muhammad, he says, wrong on going back, but right about worrying about our own backyard.
I agree with that.
That's interesting.
That was right there. He just broke it down.
Yeah. He's got a lot going on there. I mean, other people have other, thoughts. So he just like, wrong on going back.
Yes.
But right about worrying about our own backyard. Thanks, Michael Muhammad, Carmen Dokes, D. Hill, Jared Rolls, and whatever your comments are. 404-826-9223 is the call-in number, 404-826-9223. Again, the Q&A box is open if you want to weigh in on this topic. Have you ever seen on CNN Ashley Banfield? Her, she usually comes on, I guess, like mid-morning, Ashley Banfield. And she had her thoughts on that. I'll wait to play that sound clip.
No, I have not seen her, but I wait patiently with intriguement.
You sound.
Is intriguement a word? I made one up.
You just made it up. It's
intriguement.
It's actually, I guess, part of the layman terms unabridged dictionary.
Right.
2014.
Gotcha.
There you go. What was that word again?
Intriguement.
Intriguement. Okay. You should like coin that. Okay, so somebody's asking me, what is my view? Thanks, Terry. Okay. Well, my view on the situation, since Doug, you agree with Michael Muhammad, right?
Yeah, short to the point.
Okay.
It's not, I mean.
Okay.
You see, I'm thrilled about this topic, but you know what?
Yes.
It's your show, so let's go. So what is, drum roll, what is your opinion, since you're putting it out there?
My opinion on the immigration, I do agree with her as far as caring for all of the people that are struggling here in the United States, because we've got a heck of a lot of them apparently. And the Democrats and the Republicans fight constantly about welfare. We hear that a lot. They fight about unemployment, just all kinds of stuff. So to help a lot of the children that are coming across the border, I think we need to have stricter things in place at the border to deter, the constant influx. I think right now it's like a huge gate that's like, come on over, we'll take care of you. And we have our own problems here, that we need to address before. But those that are already here, I think we need to deal with them. They're here, but they need to put that gate in place or whatever, secure the border. Because at this point, there's no reason for anybody to come and do it legally if they can just walk across the border. Don't we still have like citizenship type
So
classes?
how do you secure the border?
I guess they need to put some whatever in place.
Iron curtain up in place.
I don't know, man.
You get out of Berlin.
Can we just cross over into Mexico's border without going through any type of checkpoint? I don't think so. Even Canada. Have you been to Canada?
But you got to go to check.
You got to go through check. How come we don't have it?
Going into Mexico or going out of Mexico?
I'm saying, like, when I go into Canada, I've been to Canada.
Yes.
You've got to stop and
Right.
tell them what the nature of your
Tell
business.
you why you're going to Windsor in a strip club or something in Detroit. Or,
That's funny. But, yeah, they want to know how long
so
you're
I
gonna
can
be there.
drink at 18. Not that I
Not
just
that
hear
you've done it.
things.
Not that you've done it.
I just hear things.
You heard about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Foolishness.
So if we've got all these other things, why can't we follow the example? Because the United States is like #1 as far as. But at the same time, the United States looks really hypocritical to me. You know what I mean? Because the nation, at least the ones that first came, were nothing but immigrants. From Germany, Switzerland, Scandinavia, whatever. All immigrants. None of them, like, you have the natives that was here.
Right.
And they welcomed them with open arms. And then they got their land took. And everything else. And the language of the land, Cherokee, Paqua, and all kinds of stuff. Nobody conformed to that. So it's kind of looks hypocritical to me. So they need to put something in place. This has gone on too long for people to not have, or for the government to not have gotten this together. This is not something that's new. It's just way more of an influx that has taken place. And I've also seen stories regarding disease or some of the kids that's coming over that are sick. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, like scabies, unconfirmed H1N1 virus, just all kind of stuff. Matter of fact, I have a fact here. In 2010, it affected Lilburn Middle School. A lot of the influx with the sickness, they got like 50 kids sick. And also at Norcross High School, 200 kids. That's it. That was not too long ago. So, I mean, it's some stuff that I think that they need to put in place to make sure that, because obviously they don't have vaccinations like we do they? I don't think they do.
It's something I'm not aware of.
Yeah, I don't think they have vaccinations like they do here in the United States. So, I would guess that some of the things that we've been vaccinated for, they haven't been, and they otherwise would be dealing with. But we'll talk about that, and I'll give those quotes and all of that where I'm coming from, so you guys can look it up yourselves. Because I just found that real interesting. That I guess coming from a different country, if they're not being treated or they're living in deplorable conditions, that they wouldn't be vaccinated. So I guess my final word on that, and like I said, we're going to be talking about more because I've got some more stuff. Since Mr. Terry asked me via Google Hangout how I felt about it, that's how I feel about it. That they need to secure the border just a little bit better and deal with the ones that's already here and prevent as best as they possibly can the ridiculous overflow that's been taking place. It's a heck of a lot. And once they get here, they're here.
And people anticipate they're going to do that, then there'll be more. It's got to get in while you can.
You know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. Because I just, as a parent, I couldn't see telling my kids to go and make this circuitous journey by themselves that they could possibly die before even getting there without me. What kind of situation could I be in to just say, go ahead? I just couldn't do that. So it must be really, really bad wherever they're coming from, whatever they're dealing with. Or it could be just the fact that, you know, this is what you say. Hernandez, this is what you say. I was in an abusive house and I was in danger. Because those are the buzzwords. That they were abused and they're in danger of being killed. And they let them stay. That's all I got to say. How are we supposed to know that that's the truth of them? Especially when, you know, all it takes is for one person to tell everybody else.
Yeah, make up something, drop something.
How in the world, how are we supposed to know that? We're not like going back to where they are, Honduras or whatever, to check and say, hey, do you know this kid? Anybody?
Send them back is what you're saying.
You know, I'm saying, well, how could we verify that that's actually the case? I don't see anything.
I don't. There's so many different stories of people trying to get in. I'm just going to break it down. Yasiel Puig, you know, the rookie sensation baseball player, from Cuba, tried to get to the United States about 5 times at 5 different rafts. Kept getting sent back. Finally got through.
Wow.
You know,
5 times?
It was about 5-time journey.
Wow.
Finally got through. Finally, border people finally said, all right, whatever.
Wow.
You can hit a curveball far. I'm just saying, you know, but he can't go back. You know, he's got death threats if they send him back.
Oh, man.
And his family.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy. They definitely go through a whole lot. I've got a couple of clips, too, that I want you to listen to of what they call in Texas the killing grounds. I thought that was really, or the killing fields for the illegal immigrants. And I thought that was really interesting. So I'll play that and more. Straight ahead, we have, you know, sports and Amos turns.
Sports and some others.
Some strategies and stuff. So keep it locked right here because LeBron James is going back to Cleveland. And he did a great job by keeping it under wraps and keeping people guessing.
We're going to talk about how he did it, too. How he's going back and how he announced it.
All right. Bobby Valentino featuring Timberland. Anonymous. And that's the way that he kept it. Keep it locked right here on the Beyond the World Show. Make sure you tune in every Sunday morning for Sunday morning inspiration right here on TheBeatDropsRadio.com starting at 9 a.m. Again, every Sunday morning inspiration right here on the Beat Drops Radio, 9 a.m. Make sure you tune in. Download the TuneIn app so you can take it wherever you go. Win the app right here on the station. Streamer radio, we are available. Make sure you get that inspiration that you need. You know the music. Doug Lehman.
Time to put to you in layman's terms with your Beat Drops Radio Sports Update. We all know the breaking news. King James is going home.
Yay!
Going back to Northeast Ohio. Akron's own LeBron James is going back to Cleveland Cavaliers, where he started his NBA career as a first-round draft pick out of St. Vincent's High School in Akron, Ohio. Then he started at the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he moved on to win 2 titles with the Miami Heat. We know the story. We know it's LeBron.
Yep.
I don't have to explain any further, but there's a lot going on now because that's going to open up free agency. Well, let's just talk a little bit about King James.
All right.
Well, first of all, he made the announcement today, a couple hours ago. He announced via SportsIllustrated.com's website in an open letter. Keyword is letter. We all remember when he left Cleveland.
Yes.
The owner, Daniel Gilbert, had a nasty letter about LeBron, traitor, coward, not traitor, but just flat out was not happy.
Wasn't good.
And LeBron did the class move this time, making a decision. He wrote a really nice letter, and we're going to touch on that in a minute, but he made the announcement via letter, talking about main things. I want to get back to Ohio, family, feel like I got unfinished business. The time is right. He wants to get back to the blue-collar work ethic of Northeast Ohio, and he wants to bring the city of Cleveland a world championship. Can't fault him for that. Can't fault him at all. Miami shouldn't really fault him either. He went there for 4 years. He got 2 titles in 4 years. He brought him something. So
yeah, they have something now.
So what's going to happen in Miami? Who knows? Looks like Chris Bosh is leaning more towards going to play with the Houston Rockets in a max contract. D. Wade probably should have took the offer he had at the $40 million over a few years, but now he's out of his contract, so who knows what's going to happen for D. Wade. He's the biggest, I won't use the word loser by any means, but he's the one that's probably struggling more with this move than anybody else financially.
Oh, man, because he's just...
He opted out of his contract. He had some money in full and kind of playing on some bad wheels right now.
Yeah, he is, because right now, D. Wade is just... I think he needs to just go ahead and sit down.
Right, so nothing's going on with that. What's going on with the Cavaliers is they, obviously LeBron's going to be there. They got Kyrie Irving, who's a great point guard, is only going to get better. Now they drafted #1 pick Wiggins out of Kansas. And in LeBron's letter, he mentioned everybody he's reuniting with and the new players, excited. Didn't mention Wiggins' name because just not that this means anything about LeBron writing in a letter. There's talk that Cleveland's trying to move Wiggins to get Kevin Love, one of the best power forwards in free agency, to join LeBron on Cleveland. Now Kevin Love to love you, is one of the most sought after free agents as well.
Well, you know what? I think Cleveland. Everybody has matured. I think at this point, the way that LeBron came back this time, he didn't do the whole like he did before.
And I'm glad you brought that up.
And Cleveland has they've grown up too. And because before they burnt his.
Some people did. You can't judge a whole group by some damn.
You're
fools.
right. Some doggone fools burnt the jersey, and they didn't have too many nice words to say.
No, not so nice. But no, he came out with a letter. He's going on vacation. I think a lot of agents wanted to come back home. He said he talked to the owner.
Oh, yeah.
And what I found truly amazing, and I've been following this, and you have all these so-called experts in the media following LeBron around and trying to get the scoop. Everybody has a scoop. He's going to Cleveland. No, he's going to New York. No, he's going to stay in Miami. He's staying in Miami for a 1-year deal just to see what happens. Then he's going to make. Everybody had it. And everybody was adamant about it.
Yes.
Up until Cleveland made that deal where they unloaded 3 players to get some cap room to make some money, and it kind of shifted a little bit. Okay,
they learned because he didn't have help at all.
Right.
in Cleveland. I mean, he was like, man, I need some people here.
So
They
got
grew.
some pieces. It's going to take some time.
Yeah.
Even in his letter, he mentioned it's going to take time.
Yeah.
You know, he's here, and he says, I'm here to win more championships, no doubt.
But he feels better, though, would you say? He's got a couple rings now.
Yeah, and he even says that. He's got the experience under his belt, you know, winning championships.
Yeah.
He kind of knows what it takes. Not that he didn't know, but he definitely has that on his resume twice, and been in the finals
Right.
3-4 years. Or 4 years,
4 years.
4 years total, 3 with Miami, once with Cleveland.
Yep.
So he's seasoned. He's wiser. He learned from his mistakes.
Yes, he did.
I think I thought it was pretty cool. Did the letter, didn't do a big party because I'm good. Get back. I'm ready to go to work.
Yes.
You know, so
It's
interesting developments. The other development's going to be now that he's moved out. Where's Carmelo going to go?
Cool.
Either New York or Chicago. Looks like the Lakers are out of the mix right now. So it looks like Carmelo's going to probably re-sign in New York or go to the Bulls. We'll see on that.
What's going on with Kobe, man? Kobe Bryant. I mean, he
The
just,
whole Lakers thing is somewhat. They don't have a head coach yet. Now that they're probably going to. Now that the LeBron sweepstakes are all off the table, things are going to move.
Okay.
That's going to move. So
Ah.
they need a coach first of all.
Yes.
I mean, Kobe wants to be owner, coach, and dictator.
right, he does.
That's basically it. And they signed him to the highest paid contract in the league, and which limits them to get players. Now, a couple players on the Lakers, Paul Gasol, he's looking to shop around. He may even end up being in Cleveland. So you never know what's going to go with
All
that.
kinds of stuff can
So a
happen.
lot of movement in the NBA. It's only going to be exciting. I think it's cool he's going back home. I was never a Heat fan. I wasn't against the Heat. I didn't care. I think it's kind of nice. It's a nice story.
I rooted for the Heat, and I probably still will, but it was LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan.
So you're going to root for the Heat with Chambers and Birdman and
Not at all. I mean, I feel.
I don't know who else is going to be left. I'm trying to say.
I mean, Birdman, wonderful. But
He may be in Cleveland.
Birdman, you
They
think?
said that Ray Allen and Birdman may be people that are following. I heard that on a report on ESPN yesterday
I
from
like
commentators.
Birdman.
I'm not speculating. I'm saying stuff. You know what I've heard. You know,
I like Birdman. I always have.
role player
Yeah.
comes in and does.
He comes in. He gets rebounds. He's definitely physical. He's not afraid of getting in players' faces. I like Birdman.
Right. So we'll see. I mean, there's going to be a lot of activity, and we'll see where other players are going to fall in line with free agency.
Yes, indeed.
So that's going on. And just to address other things going on in the world, we got the World Cup final going down Sunday. Germany and Argentina. So you picked Argentina, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I'm going to take Germany in that.
Okay.
Germany's on a mission, the way they play.
Is that right?
So that's about all the soccer talk I have. And your next favorite sport would be not hockey, but Major League Baseball. We've got the All-Star game going down Wednesday, batting the home run derby on Tuesday. And sometimes baseball may make you go to sleep. Well, that brings me to a story that just went down actually last week. New York Yankee fan Adam Rector is suing the New York Yankees, I'm sorry, Major League Baseball,
Yes.
as I yell on the mic,
Yeah.
and ESPN for making comments about him while he fell asleep during the Yankees-Red Sox game, which is hard to believe the Yankees and Red Sox game are falling asleep when there's home runs going on. But dude fell out, was sleeping, and they were going at him. They were making comments. So he's suing them for false statements, defamation of character, the whole bit, $10 million.
I saw that story, and I found that quite interesting. And then I saw pictures of him
Just knocked out.
Knocked out.
I mean, I could see I could see the one thing. I don't know. I can't call it, but they did make an effort. They held the camera on him long because I was watching the video doing show prep work that I always do before I come on and put the Superman cape on and walk in the doors of TheBeatDropsRadio.com to put it down in layman's terms. I watched a little bit of that video and I'm thinking, okay, it's a clip. That was about 30 seconds to about a minute. They kept thinking, well, we'll check back on them.
But you know what, though? I mean, anytime they put somebody on the big camera, the big screen, if they're doing something crazy and something like that, sleeping, you're going to get
you got that, like the Kiss Cam they do at the Atlanta Hawk games.
Right.
They do camera stuff where they shoot a picture. But they were going on and on and on and on. And, so I could see that, but you know what? Whatever. Good luck with that.
Good
Good
luck.
luck getting that $10 million.
$10 million.
Because if that joker does get it,
oh man,
a lot of other people could be falling in line. And that's unfortunate. That's where we are today. Just sue anybody.
So,
I need $10 million. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you because this, that, whatever.
absolutely crazy.
So that's about all we got going on right now in the sports update. More on the LeBron thing as it develops. But
Yes.
right now he said it all in a letter.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And, you know, they. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him, his family, his wife.
Right. They got a newborn on the way.
Yeah.
They announced that a couple of days ago.
Yeah, so that's really good. I mean,
A young daughter. So.
you know, Cleveland's not a bad place to raise a family. I give him that.
He's going from the South Beach to the Mistake on the Lake.
Really?
Lake Erie.
Oh man, and he said
Set
that.
that lake on fire.
He said that. It wasn't me.
Well, you know it's true. I call it the Cuyahoga River too. The river went on fire, not Lake Erie. My bad. I'm sorry. The river went on fire.
See,
Am I right with that? My Ohio
I'm
Northeast history.
I don't know.
I lived in Northeast Ohio. I was near Akron when LeBron was doing his thing. Right.
All right. Some of you guys are still chiming in on what Miss Lady had to say there in Houston. So keep the comments coming. I'll read them a little bit later. But for right now, that doggone LeBron James, he is going back. He's coming home. Even though I felt this song.
He's not coming out. He's coming home.
He's coming home. I'm coming in.
life is full of statistics. The thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostUp.org.
Just recently, my wife and I took in my sister's children. We already had 4, so I went from becoming a family man to a man with a bigger family. And you can't eat love, so I don't know how I'm going to feed them tonight. How was that, Rich?
I think I look more like Denzel.
That's cold.
You are tuned into the Bianca Burwell Show on the TheBeatDropsRadio, your top 40 pop and R&B station. The call-in number is 404-826-9223. Again, 404-826-9223. If you want to see everything as it happens, you can go to TheBeatDropsRadio.com, click on Watch Live, and you can also communicate with me on Facebook, as so many of you are doing.
Here they go.
I got a lot of stuff, and I appreciate you guys for weighing in on your thoughts on this situation regarding the illegal immigrants coming over and the whole immigration situation and the border. Who's right, Doug? Who's right? Send them back? Let them come on over?
It's about the money thing.
You think it's the money? Really?
I don't know. I mean, it's just numbers, and like the lady was saying, the opening clip. All this money being spent.
$3 billion. Now, Mr. Michael Muhammad sent me a note here that I'm going to pull up, and what he was saying was, of course, he's already voiced his opinion. I was telling him, because he asked, where can we start? Like $3 billion can really go to a lot of communities and neighborhoods here in the United States that really need help. They can, help create jobs, build skill centers, and just all kind of stuff that they can do with the monies, as opposed to going to undocumented illegal immigrants or whatever that are crossing the border freely, apparently on a daily basis. We can do something here to help those that really need it and kind of do things to kind of secure the border a little bit better. But go ahead and deal with those that are already here. And I said, because $3 billion is a lot of money. He said, yes, but we gave Israel $72 billion. $72 billion. And he sent me a link, and I will share it with you guys, because I think that that's, the only right thing to do. I don't want to just not share it. He did send it in. So I will share that. And I was like, wow, $72 billion. That's a lot of money. So I will share that information with you guys, and I'll put it on there on our Facebook fan page. I think that's fair, so everybody can see it.
See the numbers.
Yeah. We're talking about $3 billion here, $72 billion in Israel, and we've been allies of Israel for like ever. So definitely concerned about the well-being of Israel. I have no qualms about that. $3 billion though on illegal immigrants.
Well, just money's being spent everywhere.
It's just all over the place. But why can't I get my hands on some dog? Can I get $1 billion? Can I get 100,000? I'll be cool. 100,000. 100,000. Good God. So I shared this clip earlier with you guys, and I think it's only fair that we share it one more time, and also follow it up from Miss Bernadette in Houston, voicing her opinion and her concerns. And I want to share also to Ashley Banfield from CNN something that she stated, and I believe it was either today or yesterday. Might have been yesterday, because it was really, really fresh with this young lady in Texas, Miss Bernadette. So I just want you to listen to this, and then I want to get your reaction. Cool?
Let it roll.
All right, and get your reaction from this. All right, here we go.
I've had nothing for years. She says she is furious. Not right. Now billions of dollars want to be borrowed from the White House to help feed and house them. Where the get there? In our country. Not just in this segment, but in our poor living conditions or surroundings or whatever's going on out there. I don't care. I care about what's going on right here in my own backyard, my neighborhood. Am I the only one in this community that out here that watches the news in the morning? Oh my God. I feel alone right now in this. And I'm very sad.
And I just want to add one thing here before I go to break, and that is this. For any of you out there who are about to tweet me saying that I think illegal immigration is just fine and that they should all be let over the border, stop right there. That's not what this is about. If you've ever been in a war zone, which I have, and I have seen refugees pouring over borders, half their families murdered, the other half tortured, they're running for their lives, many of them women and children, it is devastating. It's devastating. And God help if you're ever in need of help and you show up and there's a bus telling you to get out. This is America. Just read what we're about. Just read.
Reaction?
Trying to move the meter. That's all. I mean, I hear what the commentator said at the end. I also hear what the lady led with too. So I see kind of both their points. Reaction. It's to me, it's I don't have the answer.
Apparently, this is going to be an ongoing thing for quite some time. I wouldn't be surprised if the next presidential election is purely on immigration. I won't be surprised.
Well, we'll see when Hillary Clinton's debating so-and-so from whoever's running.
Right. Well, I found a few things. One from ABC 15 out of Arizona talking about undocumented immigrants, and I thought this was interesting because of what it said. And I try to get both sides so that we can just discuss it. But they were talking about illegal immigrants bringing diseases over. There's a growing health concern with hundreds of them crossing over into the southern Texas border. U.S. Border Patrol agents are worried that what's coming over in the U.S. could harm everyone. This time, the focus is not on the women and children that are crossing over in droves. Agents are worried about a viral outbreak. I said, okay. So they're saying that, and I quote, we're sending people everywhere. The average person doesn't know what's going on down here. And this is coming from the Border Patrol agent Rio Grande Valley Union Representative Chris Cabrera, if I'm saying his name right, I hope. But he's saying that, I mean, it's all kinds of detention centers and holding facilities, and they have quarantine areas, but they also said that the only thing that's separating those that are infected and those that aren't is a yellow police do not cross tape. I don't know how successful that is. We see how successful that was.
Don't cross the line.
Don't cross here. Really? What the? Are we still breathing the same air? But they're starting to see what they're saying: chickenpox, MRSA, staph infections. We're starting to see different viruses. There's another guy that said somebody knocked on his door after they crossed over and said it was a 7-month-old baby, shaking, had a fever. Just all kinds of things that are taking place, and that they are transporting contagious people to different parts of the state. And folks that are there, like, they don't know what's going on with them, and none of that. Matter of fact, coming from, Community Digital News, or comdiginews.com, some of the diseases that they're talking about is, of course, scabies, multiple children having just high fevers, several children coughing up blood with fevers. They're suspecting TB. They don't have that confirmed. Unconfirmed possible cases of H1N1. And also 5 of the Border Patrol agents now have been diagnosed with scabies from processing the illegal immigrants. And other agents have also been exposed and possibly infected. In Examiner.com, they were talking about, that's what I referenced before, about Lilburn Middle School having 50 students infected, and also Norcross High School in 2009 having 200 infected. But there's something else I wanted to share too before we get to your 5 strategies, which is the killing fields. I hadn't heard of this before, so here's a clip I want you guys to listen to. Check this out, because I didn't know about this either, so I'm just sharing stuff today.
For some undocumented immigrants crossing into the U.S. This is what ranchers call the killing fields, scorching desert land.
This is where they lay up and rest.
There are signs hundreds are crossing here. LaVoger Durham just found 2 bodies on his ranch last week.
I've been trying to expose the killing fields of Brooks County here for 2.5 years, and I've been trying to get some attention to relate the fact that there are people dying.
For 35 miles in 100-degree heat, no shade, no water, just the desperate fight to stay alive. Durham set up this water station to make sure immigrants don't die on his land. This year, they're finding bodies of more children, like 15-year-old Gilberto Ramos, who made the journey from Guatemala. He died in Texas, headed to find his brother in Chicago. His dream, says his brother, was to come here to earn money for our sick mom. A dirt plot at the edge of town is where more than 100 unidentified immigrant mothers and fathers were buried. No headstones, no names. They'll need more room here.
We have recovered 37 bodies this year. And I think it's fair to say that for every one we recover, we're probably missing 5 or 10.
With hundreds of children crossing the Texas border every day, authorities are overwhelmed.
It hurts me sometimes to turn it in, but it's my job.
Last night, after his 3-week grueling journey from Guatemala, Edgar Tuaca gave up. His first drink of water in 3 days. I asked, was it dangerous? Yes, he says. I turned myself in because I didn't think I was going to survive. I may have never seen my wife and 2 children again. Tuaca may be lucky. He survived the killing fields. Many do not.
Last year, officials say they discovered 445 bodies along the southwest border. This year, they expect the number of children.
I thought that was really interesting. I hadn't heard anything about the killing fields, did you?
No, it's a different perspective.
Yeah, they've got this gentleman, apparently he has a lot of land there in Texas, and I don't think he really specified how long he's been trying to get attention to let people know that he's finding dead bodies on his property, but he rather putting water stations out there. So he has like a humongous, it's almost like a barrel with a top on it, and he has like gallon jugs, like the milk gallon or whatever. He has gallon jugs of water that he just stacks in there, so that he's like, at least
I've heard about people leaving water for that though.
Really?
Yeah.
And they were also showing like different places where you can tell they had like clothes that were on the trees, and you can just see the evidence of people walking that trek.
Right.
I couldn't imagine walking that type of. I was in 90-degree heat yesterday in Alabama for a short amount of time, and felt like I was going to sweat to death. And I can't imagine that one gentleman, 3 days, he hadn't had any water. He had to be seriously dehydrated. And in the heat, I can see why so many have passed away making that trek from there to here. I guess the United States is almost like a promised land type of situation. I don't know.
Land opportunity.
I don't know. I guess so. So I just wanted to share that. And just again, Examiner.com, and that came like 2010, where 50 students and teachers at Lilburn Middle School in Gwinnett County, a suburb of Atlanta, tested positive for tuberculosis exposure, and 4 have been confirmed to have had an active case of TB. And they're saying also too, while that news would have been shocking, mind you, this is I pulled this up because it's just showing what people have been complaining about over the years of so many illegal immigrants coming. And since October 2009, about 200 students in Gwinnett County's Norcross High School underwent testing after TB was discovered at the school as well. Of course, it's saying Atlanta is known as a sanctuary city for illegal aliens. It is often said that the flood of illegal aliens or immigrants into the country is reaching epidemic proportions. While that statement might be true, it is just as true that illegal immigrants pouring over the U.S.-Mexican border are endangering this country with actual epidemics. Again, tuberculosis, hepatitis, fever, all kinds of stuff. So it's just, people have points, I guess, on both sides. I guess is all I can say. People
live to talk about another day.
Exactly. People have points on both sides. So this is going to be a continuing conversation, I'm pretty sure, for months and months to come. Should we see another day, personally, just saying, tomorrow's not promised to anybody, but all kinds of stuff. And I guess we'll just keep it rocking, and we'll give some updates. And that was some thunder. Did you hear
thunder.
that? We got thunder.
Thunder makes noise, lightning strikes.
I might have to send an intern to go get the umbrellas out the vehicle. I hope we got some out there, man. All right, coming back, we're going to talk about the 5 strategies to become a top sales performer. So don't stay gone long. We'll be back after this. Nicki Minaj, pills and potions. That's what some folks are saying they need. I don't know. We'll be back.
Premier State-of-the-Art Technology Center invites you to listen to today's hit music, enjoy refreshments, network, and plug into the World Wide Web in our relaxing atmosphere. Located in Northeast Atlanta, the Web Zone Cyber Cafe offers a convenient and enjoyable location to check your email, surf the internet, print, scan, fax documents, and make copies, all in one location. Visitors can connect to the internet using our high-speed computers and receive online assistance at no additional charge. Our 1,500 square feet cyber cafe is staffed with highly qualified and knowledgeable trainers. Ask about our mobile training for seniors program. We deliver up to 8 internet-ready computers to your community center and train seniors to effectively use the computer and safely surf the internet. Visit us online at www.thewebzoneatl.com or call 770-465-4000 for more information and rates. The Web Zone. Get away and get online.
You are tuned into the Bianca Burwell Show on the TheBeatDropsRadio, your top 40 pop and R&B station, the new beat of Atlanta. And before we go into the 5 strategies with Doug Lehman, I want to say that tonight, which is a Friday night, we have Inspire Talk Radio. That show will begin at 7 p.m. tonight, 7 to 8 p.m. Be sure to tune into that. And also, on Monday, we have the T-Dub Hudson Show, hosted by Terrence Hudson. That starts on this Monday, 6 p.m. So make sure you set your clocks and tune in for that. Tonight at 7, Inspire Talk, and Monday, T-Dub Hudson Show. Doug Lehman, you got some strategies there, some things that people have been wondering about. What you got for us?
Today I want to talk about some strategies, really some skills and qualities, the word quality, of people that excel when it comes to sales and marketing, mainly on presenting in sales. So what qualities make you a top performer? Now there's 5 that I'm going to talk about, then I'm going to address the list, and then I'm going to break it down each category, each quality. Number 1, the ability to adjust your presentation when you're speaking to the room, speaking to your clients, being able to adjust your different styles. Number 2, create value when you pitch, when you sell by actively listening. Number 3, you're a true student of the game, constant training, personal development training to learn your craft, to be a subject matter expert. Number 4, referral selling and network referrals. And number 5, my favorite, leveraging social media, social networking in your sales process. Let's talk about number 1, first of all, the ability to adjust your presentations. That comes down to, if you're presenting to a group of people or individuals, have the ability, if possible, to get a read on that person's personality. If you're in a room and you're talking to somebody, you realize that they're more of a driver, from a sense they're pushing, they want facts, well, you should be able to deliver in the same mindset back at them. Not be abrupt, but being able to read. It's a skill set. You read people every day, and that just comes with wisdom and time. So being able to read the personalities of the person. If they're driven, drivers, give them the information right back in. They may be those touchy-feely storytelling. Hey, tell me a story. That's a great time to do some case studies about your products and services. That's a great time to tell a business story or a testimonial. Work with the touchy-feely types. So understand the personalities you're working with. We all know how to read people, but sometimes you just misread people. You've been there when you've talked to people and they're like, yeah, let's get to the point.
Yes.
So get to the point. Or, hey, how's your family and them? And let me tell you, so being able to read, that's common sense, but some people don't know how to read people.
You're right.
And if you're in a hurry and the person's just chatting it up, it's probably not going to help you. No. The other thing is really, if you can do some research prior to your meeting, know who your audience is. And what I mean by that, if you're going to present in a sales presentation to a group of people, if you got people from the accounting department, people from finance, people from technology, people from marketing, be able to have bullet points in your mind how to speak to those people. Great. Finance people, they want to know about bottom line, what's it going to cost to use your product or service. Be able to speak their language. Marketing people, they want to know what's it going to cost, the cost of ownership, basically is to help my revenues, increase my brand awareness. Technology folks, is this product, how easy is it to upgrade? How easy is it to install? What are my pain points? Each one of these individuals, departments, has their own agenda in that meeting. So if you know ahead of time, do some research. Know who you're talking to.
That's a great point.
So, I mean, you got a room of 5 different people. You know, the finance people, they want to know numbers. Marketing folks want to know, how's it going to grow my business? You know, technology people, how easy is it to use the product? And there's users as well. Who uses the product? How easy is this product or service to use? So that's knowing your audience. Step number 2, actively listening. That makes sense. Today's buyers, they're more informed than ever did the internet. So they're looking for value. You got to persuade them to value. And what I mean by value, that's information that's above the obvious. Information that they don't know, but it's insightful. You've been there where you've heard somebody present something to you, and you know it all, you've heard all this, but when they say something that's like different, that's insightful, that takes a skill to be able to do that.
Indeed.
But you have to listen to that. Because people say, yeah, I got all this. I've researched. I've been to your website. I've talked to 8 million people. I get all this. I know everything I want. But if you come with something a little bit different that brings value, the only way to do that is to ask the right questions and listen. Number 3 is probably one of my favorites. Take ownership in your own craft and skill. Personal development training. Read books on sales. Go online. This thing called the internet. Watch books. Watch videos. Constantly study. Especially if you sell or market in a certain industry, know that industry backwards and forwards. Read up on the competition. People will come to you as an expert then. And once you become an expert, you become trusted, a trusted advisor, and then you can deliver value. So constant training, it doesn't stop. And true sales professionals, when they start a job, they're not necessarily going to wait for them to get trained on Java products and services. They're probably going to go out and learn themselves. You know, have that intestinal fortitude to go out and learn ahead of time.
Yes.
Number 4, as you wrap it in, we're closing in, is referral network selling. It's easier to buy from people they like, know, and trust when it comes to products and services. If I'm trying to sell into your company and I have a referral to get in, it's a lot easier than me trying to come in cold. It's very challenging today to come in cold with a cold call or anything.
You're right.
But being able to refer to, and then being able to sell to the right person, we've all been there before. In fact, I had it happen to me a week ago. I had to buy in from the president, but I could not. But I had to meet with the marketing person, and I really wanted the president to be there, but the president wasn't there, and the marketing person had his or her own agenda, and being able to get to the right decision maker, and that's through referrals. If you refer me into somebody, you're more inclined to at least take the call.
Right.
But get the decision maker to close the deal. So referrals within. Number 5, and closing out, is leveraging social networking in your sales process, and that's from the beginning to the after the sale. What I mean by that, look, your customers are going online. They're talking to they're talking through Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all social networking sites. They are doing their research. Today's buyers and customers, it's a whole new game. They know more than what salesperson. They know your products back and forth. It's not like back in the day you could tell them everything.
Right.
What do you want to order, Bob? You want this? Well, buyers, they're more educated, more smarter.
Very much so.
And they're more impatient. They want decisions now. An economy, trust, that makes an impact too. They want information. They want it now. They want it fast. And they've already done their research. You just can't walk in and show up and throw up with your presentation. You gotta, or show and tell. You've got to actually go in there and do value in your presentation. And that's why you use social networking sites to build that engagement, to build referrals. And then after the sale is done, keep the rapport going, because it's easier to sell somebody you already sold to than try to get a new customer. Spend your energy on keeping them happy. So sum it all up in layman's terms, being able to adjust, being able to know your audience, their personalities, being able to know who you're talking to in the room, finance people, accounting people, the users of the product, marketing people, technology people. When you speak, deliver value, insightful information that's above the obvious, something new, pique their interest. Be a student of the game, online training, leverage your referrals to get in the door, and use social networking as a tool, not to be all to end all, but social selling, social networking is a component to sales. It's not to close the gap. It just helps. It's another tool in your arsenal to help leverage content and to build business. Because it's all about building brand awareness, increase market share, and generate more sales.
Cool beans.
That's
very
it.
informative.
That's it.
You have some great points. Very valid.
And I do have a video series on that, so it's about 11 minutes long on each subject, so you can check that out. And we will post that up on the website someday soon.
Cool beans.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate everything that you had to share because we get a lot of feedback when we start talking about business and tips and strategies.
It's just a whole new game when it comes to marketing sales today. We live in a different time that you gotta be strategic.
This is true in order to survive as well.
Or you're just an order taker. And there are certain products that you can do by order taker. You can buy air fresheners. You walk in the store, you just buy an air freshener.
Right.
You already know what you want. That's not. I'm talking about if you're trying to sell something complex, radio advertising, software.
Exactly.
This isn't where you just put a name on a label and go out and send it.
Exactly. How can people get in contact with you, Doug?
They can reach me at socialsellingtv.com. Google me, Doug Lehman, Lehman. I come up there as your video brand ambassador, breaking it down in layman's terms.
Cool beans. If you haven't done it already, please make sure you like us and follow us. Like us on Facebook by going to TheBeatDropsRadio.com and see the big F right there that'll take you directly to our Facebook page. And share it with your friends. Please do. Follow us on Twitter at BeatDropsRadio. And also my Instagram handle is Bianca_Burwell. So as I said earlier, tonight, Inspire Talk Radio with Shy at 7 p.m. right here on the station. And then on Monday, on our show, we have a guest coming in, International Nova. It's New Music Monday. And we also have some more submissions that we received, which is cool.
Keep them coming.
We'll be exploring that for indie artists that are wondering how can they get played on the station. All you got to do is go to the station website, TheBeatDropsRadio.com. Right at the top right, you'll see Submit Your Music. Follow all the guidelines there. Submit the, of course, the submission fee, which is very minimal. And you may be the one that we are highlighting on New Music Monday. That's it. So have a safe weekend. I definitely plan to have a really great weekend. I'm going to be meeting up with some folks and taking care of some business. So you guys have a safe one, and we plan to see you on Monday. Have a good weekend.